Hey Maggie, what are we doing today? What should we do? Shall I finish this? We'll take it for a run? You reckon? What are we going to do? We're going to put those panels back on. Oh, before I put the panels back on, I wouldn't mind just trying to work out this forward and reverse. This is the forward and reverse lever. And it just sort of creeps forward when you get off it. You know, you can't really... You listening? Okay. It just creeps forward a little bit. So we fixed the pivot for this thing here, and that's like a spring-loaded, you know. I don't know if there's going to be an adjustment in it. Doesn't feel. And then this one over here's got like a spring in it as well. So how do you determine? How does this pedal determine what goes back to centre? Must be in there. Let's have a look. Nothing in the manual about it at all. So, can you see anything? I'll tell you what. Maybe it doesn't go very fast in reverse because it doesn't go very far down. Is this up a little bit more than what it's supposed to be? You know, that's right. You know. Any adjustment on that? No, it's welded. So this pedal, that's forward. Okay, so you get a full amount of travel. And this one, you only get a little bit. Going backwards, you only get a little bit of travel. So, where's that hit? It hits there. That's there. I'd say it's just because it's bent. I heard something about these are prone to bending, this 186 model range. And this is what you'd always call the D-bender. Not the deep ender, it's the D-bender. So I would say if we took, that doesn't look like that's supposed to be like that, that looks like it's twisted there. If we took this and gave it a certain sizes of the tools you must have, and I'm not talking about hammers. Geez, where's all my big tools gone? Let's have a look. Let's go for a bigger one. You just bobble about there and have a look, eh? It does look slightly better there. It looks like it, you know, because it was bent there before. So what if I, well, it's not hitting down there anymore. Still feels like it gets more travel going forward. Well, that's enough anyway. We'll see if that's going to fix anything. So we'll give that a try. You know, give it the benefit of the doubt. That might have been what it was. The only other thing that I did notice on my first trip out was, hey, did you guys notice here, you didn't tell me, that these tyres on this side here, see how, you know, okay, they're a little bit worn, they're okay, alright. But over on this side, look at these magic things. Don't they look cool? So these have been replaced. And that one looks like it's been replaced as well. So it's got all the ribs in there. You know, it looks like it's new. I like the look of this tyre. You know, it's not as big a chunks there as what the other one is, maybe. Maybe these are bigger chunks. I wonder which one would be the best. You see a brand? What's that say? Wook. What does it say? I have to get a torch. 17 by 8. by 8-inch rims. Yep, 8-inch rims. So what's this one here? 17 by 8. What's the brand on this one? Oh, this is Canycom. This is a Canycom brand. Look at that. Look at that big cut in there. Canycom brand. I wonder what ply rating they are. Oh, it's nice to know they make their own tyres. I wonder what ply rating they are. Oh, People's Republic of China. Might not be allowed those soon, eh? Looks like it's the actual brand, Canycom. So that Canycom tyres. It's a 4x7 by 2 ply rating Falcon. There's this one here. It's a OHTSU Otsu. That looks like that's Japanese, eh? Well, they feel like they're fairly heavy duty. Oh, we need to check that oil level, eh? Now that it's gone cold, I'll see if it's come right back down. Oh yeah, it has. So that, it's just marginally above the max line. Marginally, like an 1/8 of an inch. Oh yeah, 316. So 4 or 5 mil tops above the max line. So if it does squirt out a bit, and if it's only a little bit, it's okay, because we were a little bit above the max line. Now, oh yeah, what I was about to say before is what I did notice last time out in the first shakedown run. It had a little bit of a vibration in the deck, and yes, right there. I'll spin this thing around. You're not supposed to do that with spark plugs in, just in case the motor starts and stuff like that, but this is not really like that, is it? So that, she's a good looking blade, eh? Is that bent? That one there's bent at the other end, isn't it? See what that looks like there? Down and then up and like that. Oh no, maybe that's how it is. Maybe that's how it is. So it gives it the cutting action. Aims it down. Gives it a little bit of fluting, so it flicks the grass out a little tiny bit. So these blades have been turned around. They're in fairly good nick here. It looks like a fresh sort of, you know, as this side here has been used. And really feels like they're complete, you know, unless you laid them on top of each other and had a look, you wouldn't know if there's anything wrong with them. It chips out, and you know, slightly difference of weight. So there's a little bit of grass and stuff stuck to the other one. So that, would that be enough to? That probably could be enough. Do you know what? That could be enough to get a little bit of imbalance going. We'll see. Just had a little bit of shimmy in the deck. So I reckon we just go out and give this thing a workout now. I'll put that the shroud back on, and one of these, and one of those. Let's see if we can put a couple of these things back on. Here we go with the light. We got a little bit of light action. I'll try. Too bright? Can you see? That's alright? Yeah, this little lever here, we want to make sure this is I think it's in that position that it needs to be. It needs to be definitely in the position of either where that is or something. It's something to do with that. I'll just see how that locates. When I pulled it out, it looked a little bit confusing on how it was lining up. Now we'll try out the old swivel socket. What we're going to try and work out. I'm happy enough with that. It's on the borderline of needing to be adjusted. It's 10 to 20 mil, they say, at the longest part of deflection on the middle of the, you know. So that's okay. It feels right. It's where it was before. So it doesn't always make it right, but sometimes reinventing the wheel is the way to do it. I'm going to have to give it a few clean outs after anything else to locate in. I was wondering whether that was bent, but I don't think it is. I think that's okay. I think that's how it's supposed to be. That one up there, it goes in behind the belt. Should be doing this with my old man glasses on so I can see. There we go. You always wind things in by hand first, or at least make sure you're pretty confident that it's not going to cross thread before you jam the impact gun onto it. So I'm going to nip that up slightly. You still allowed to say that? So that's just sitting there so I can work out where this wants to locate. We don't have too many options, right, of where this thing goes, but like there is closed, but you've got to bring it, see how it moves to get to there. It's 1/4 of an inch out of position. See, take that out there. So this, to me, that doesn't feel right. That makes no sense. And for it to rattle around anywhere in that, say if I was to put it in there, in theory it can rattle around in there, right? So say that's there. I'll take that off a bit. Where is it? Where is it in its travel? It's almost at the top. It's halfway in between. That's bullshit. Because the hydro-gear, that thing, the hydro-gear manual says it's supposed to be in the non-bypass position when you're using it. Otherwise, you get all sorts of problems. One of the problems for oil boiling over, one of the things they tell you is to check the position of the bypass thing to make sure it's not partially on. So this is not bent up or anything like that. Not really. No, that's all, you know. Where is this supposed to go? In the down position? Or in the up position? Maybe that up position is bypass. Is not bypass. Maybe I got it wrong. So I was driving around yesterday with it in the down position as a test. So that, yeah, that's probably closer to the top. What's to hold it there? What's to stop that wandering down? Not much. A little bit of tin on there. Gee, I don't know. The hydro-gear manual doesn't tell you where it's supposed to be. The Canycom manual doesn't tell you where it's supposed to be. And I had a chat to the main mechanic at the dealer, and he agreed with me that the Canycom manual tells you nothing. The hydro-gear manual almost tells you nothing. And what he said to me is you can tell which way it's supposed to be by, there's a little bit of a detent. Let's take this off the top. There's a little bit of a You can feel a bit of a detent spring just at the end of the travel of one of the ways. Now we've got a bit of looseness here, so it's hard to tell. What I'm wondering is, because these machines have another gearbox, transmission basically, that has a high and low range and a neutral, I think that's probably where they get their disengagement for freewheeling, and that this here may do nothing. This may be out of the factory. This may do nothing inside. Because it feels like it does nothing here. I can't feel any difference for anything. I somehow had made the assumption, because of where I thought this went, that the down was in the drive position. I drove around with it there yesterday and it was fine. The oil level came up a little bit when it was hot. It didn't overflow. I was in low range. I wasn't cutting, which I'm going to go and do now, but I'm really confused. I haven't got a clear answer which way. Mate, what's the definition of confusion? So I still want to look into this and see, but I guess we go with where this is. We'll just sort of make sure. I mean, I get accused of overthinking things sometimes, bit of too much information, all that sort of stuff. Hey, but if you want to be on the side of right or wrong, stick with me. Well, see, that can go up further than that, or it can sit in this hole, but if it wobbles back a little bit that way, it could go up there further, alright, or down further, but there's something on the bottom of the there's a part of the fan shroud stops it going down any further. So let's just say it wobbles in there. Let's just leave that at that. Oh my god, I don't feel comfortable about that, you know, but that's how the people that made it, and maybe they're smarter than me, eh? But they don't tell you anything in the books, so you don't give you any confidence which way it's supposed to be. Let's get this back panel. There's the big hammer. Got a couple of dings here, little rust hole. That's not. I think we can probably afford to straighten that back up. There's a little bit of rust hole there. It's been rubbing all the shit there. I think we can safely say that's supposed to be straight across there. So a bit rusty in that corner. Oh, the old panel bashing skills are a bit rusty. One size hammer for all occasions. Be careful not to overwork metal sometimes, because you end up stretching it. Then you got to get into the black art of heating it up and dinging it and shrinking it back down. What else? What else on here? That's all good. That's all good. This is where we're going to mount a tow bar. You know, you're going to mount a tow bar, but You sort of want to mount a tow bar on something that you feel has got plenty of drive capacity. I've got to be honest, I've got a little bit of a, you know, it's that first impressions you get, you know, and you know, is that the weak point of the machine? I'm starting to wonder, but maybe once we get a another transmission on and stuff like that, the magic oil might be great too, you know. So now what we got here is this thing here goes into a little location thing here, so it sits on there, sits into there while you do up these things. So that's the blade belts. I think they're 37s and the other one's 36. I don't know why they didn't just make them all the same size, you know what I mean? Then you only have to have one lot of belts, one size. But anyway, I will get some more belts actually. Let's go. In on this side. Oh yeah. Oh. Come on. Okay. I've got more room over the other side. I'll go down that side. And I'm right-handed. Yeah, so we've got a screw in there. A screw in there. It's called a bolt actually. Turn this off, we don't need him anymore. We'll do our best to get out and mow some lawns now, eh? Cut some grass. Oh, I should really put this on, shouldn't I? This is our land meter. It only just glues on. It only just sticks on. Let's see where it can fit. You see that? Maybe it doesn't hold on so well on that GoPro mount, the old swivel clamp one. Swivel clip. So if I'm sitting here, that's not a bad position, right where the sticker is, just above the air meter, as long as it doesn't get in the way of the steering wheel. Oh yeah. Okay, that's not bad there, right there. Because you're driving with this, so you might bump it every now and then, but... Now what is this? You can read this message for me. Achtung, engage cutting blade only when cutting. They can't be right about that, can they? Sort of safety freaks. Can't you just leave the blade on all the time? I think we can get rid of that message. Alright, so we're just going to clean that off. Just going to stick it on right there, right in the middle. Perfect. I'm going to just go with sticking this thing down and let's go. Action. Right, so we are going to hit the road, frog and toad. We are in low rain. We're going to try starting this time with no choke and no bunny rabbit. We're going to see if that makes any difference. We're going to turn it on. Oh, safety first, eh? Gotta look cool when you're going out in the world. The old safety shades. Alright, so we're going to put that on. We're going to see that the hour meter... Well, you can't even see the hour meter, can you? Can't really see it. Maybe out in the sun I'll be able to see it. So we'll just try... Oh, yeah, gotta hit the brake. Oh, yeah. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. So it doesn't like choke. There we know. Now we know. We've got some fuel. I think I might have fuel down the bottom. So I'm going to make sure we don't bump that. It is probably easily bumpable. I'll drive to drive with this thing. I might have to change that over to here. I am right-handed, but it's my camera hand, you know what I mean? Alright. You're recording, aren't you? Yeah, good. Alright, let's give it a go. Let's engage the blade. We're on higher setting. Yeah, it's a little bit of a vibration. That's nothing too much though. I'll take that off. We'll just go down. We'll see what our angle is. We'll check what our angles are. It's fairly steep here. It's probably one of the steepest bits on our road here. It's only 10 degrees or something, isn't it? That's nothing. We might cut this. There's a bank there, so we've got to make sure we don't fall off the edge of the cliff. Find where the edge is. The edge is pretty close here. I don't know what rocks are. That's the edge of the ditch. Could be rocks around here. Oh, I got some nice vines. Let me tuck me pants in case there's any wasps. There's some rocks. That's some rocks. Don't fall in the ditch. That's a rock. That's another one. Right. goes fast enough in low range. And forward anyway, not backwards, but let's see. Let's see what backwards goes, if backwards goes any better. Oh, I can't quite get there. Oh, I want to get there. Those have got thorns in those. What angle have we got here? That's nothing, 10 degrees. 10 degrees. What do we got here? That's 20. It's getting close, you know. Because it starts to feel a bit uncomfortable mentally. You don't really need those things. Let's go in here. This is signal grass, so it's hard going. Cut a boundary, we'll cut up to this. Technically we're probably a metre onto the neighbour's place here. Power lines usually is a pretty good indicator of where the boundary is. There is a V-drain cut up here, so it starts around about there somewhere. Make sure I don't fall into the drain. Oh. Alright. Obviously we've got a rock. Hopefully there's not too many more of them. Yep, there is another one. Give it a go. Go four-wheel drive. There's another one. Look where I've been hiding all these rocks. Alright, let's have a look at the blades. Let's see how that fared. We hit 3 rocks. Hit 3 rocks. We probably hit a little bit of a vibration before we started. We probably got more now. Not surprisingly though. I had a couple of rocks up the top too. Bring it round, eh? Alright, so that's, you know, maybe it's chipped. Maybe it's chipped slightly. Maybe. Ah, here we are. The other one. What's happened to the other one is it swung back all the way. Because it's got this long grass in it. And it's jammed. Ah, okay. And then this thing here thinks it's going to do the cutting. Wow. There you go. And that's, you know, there might be a tiniest bit of chip there. And, you know, I didn't really pull them out and have a look at them before. But that's alright, isn't it? We're good. Let's get back to cutting.